know that we are dealing with the question answer session of our lesson. The name of the lesson is 1.2, Voyaging Towards Excellence. Up till now, we have seen some question answers. We have discussed it. I have given you an assignment also to solve that. I hope you will complete that. Purposefully, I have given you the assignment that the reason behind that is I want you all to go through the text again. I want you to read that text. And today, we will be dealing with the another part of our question answer session only. Now, yesterday, we have seen up to the question that read the text again and describe the writer's achievement after achieving mastery over English language. The first is his fear for English disappeared. The second, I have already told you, he started speaking excellent English, and he started feeling like home in the hostel where he was living. The next question, that the different phases of writer is given here. First column is as a MD or managing director or chief executive officer. The second is activist of Sarvodaya movement. So the first point is already being given to you, that is head of the company for 23 years. When he was a MD, he was a head of a company for 23 years. Then the next thing which he did as a MD, you can write, he traveled all over the globe around 150 times for business, and he has written 4 books with 500 to 700 pages each on IT, published by Tata McGraw-Hill. We will move towards next, that is the activist of Sarvodaya movement. Activist of Sarvodaya movement. What he did for that? The first point is, he says, participate in a peaceful satyagraha. He participated in a peaceful satyagraha. Then went to jail for 10 days. Went to jail for 10 days. And joined a non-violent social movement for tribals. Joined a non-violent social movement for tribals. The next question says that complete the web highlighting the various opportunities you gained due to your good English speaking skill. If you have good English speaking English skill, what opportunities you may gain, that you have to describe. Some of the opportunities can be described. You can write that you are always selected for debate competitions, selected to read school college reports on annual days if you have the good speaking English skill. Third point you can write as appointed as secretary of school literary society. The fourth you can say that chosen to compare programs in schools and in our housing complex. It means the comparing was also given to you. The next question goes like this. Describe a situation or incidents when you felt embarrassed for your lack of knowledge of a particular subject or incompetence in speaking English fluently. This is a very personal response question. Think on that have you ever felt like this? I hope You have not, but try to improve yourself by reading more, by achieving more knowledge. Okay, dear children. Now we'll move to page number 88, where the next question is very interesting. It is about filling the blanks. The question is like filling the blanks only, but here you have to filling the blanks with the help of the phrases given. The alternatives are also given, but they are in a phrases form, and you have to complete the sentence by using the given phrases in this. So I'll read the question for you. Pay attention to it carefully. Filling the blank, selecting the correct phrase from the alternatives given. One is done for you. The one sentence is already done for you. First is, by the end of the week, she was beginning to, this is the answer, to feel at home in her new job. By the end of week, she was beginning to feel at home in her new job. This is what the correct phrase you can take while writing this answer. The second question, it goes like this. When he lost his mother, he was completely. When he lost his mother, he was completely broken. Next is, traveling can help too. The next point, traveling can help too. What answer can you write over here? Traveling can help to feel out of place. The next point, after my retirement, I started dash as a social worker. After my retirement, I started dash as a social worker. That is my second inning as a social worker. The next is, having faith in God dash in difficult situation. Having faith in God dash in a difficult situation. The right answer is, keep one going. Keep one going in difficult situation. The next is, to succeed in any competitive examination, one requires a. To succeed in any competitive examination, one requires a sea of knowledge. The next is, the simple village girl dash in a formal party. The simple village girl dash in a formal party. What you can write here? The simple village girl be completely stumped in a formal party. I would like to do a correction over here. Traveling can help too. You can write, the correct answer is, traveling can help to broaden one's horizon. Traveling can help to broaden one's horizon is the correct answer. Now, three questions are remaining. The work done by Sintutai Sapkar dash of millions touch the hearts of millions. The teacher dash explaining the concept. The teacher dash explaining the concept And another is the speaker was dash by the intelligent questions asked by the audience. These are the two remaining questions, and this is like your small assignment. Find the correct phrase from it and write it down. The next question is again, you have to write down about the second inning of the writer and what are his works he has done after he took his retirement from his job. The next question is related to your grammar, and that is the primary auxiliary verbs are be, have, and do, which occur most commonly and can also be used as a main verb in a clause. The primary auxiliary verbs. You all know what is a modal auxiliary. You all know what is a primary auxiliary verb. Three type of primary auxiliary verbs are given: be, have, and do. They are most common words and they are used most commonly in most of the sentences as a main verb in a clause. Now, the question given here for you is that I'm reading it for you. Go through the sentences given below and say whether the verbs are main verbs or primary auxiliary verbs. Go through the text once again. Again and again, students, see most of the question are asking again and again to write, to read. Whenever some of the questions are asked about you to write, the question is you have to go through the text again. It means you have to read. Your reading ability or your reading skill should be developed a lot. So here a small introduction about verbs I'm going to give you. Just pay attention to it. First, have a look on auxiliary verbs. What are auxiliary verbs? I'll tell you. Auxiliary verbs are used together with the main verb to express tense, mood, and voice. I'll repeat. Auxiliary verbs are used together with a main verb to express tone, mood, and voice. They are also called as helping verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. The auxiliaries can be, first is primary auxiliaries and the another is modal auxiliary. The first one is primary auxiliary and the other one is modal auxiliary. The primary auxiliary words such as do, have, and be, they have their various forms. The modal auxiliary verbs are such as can, could, may, must, might, shall, will, could, ought, etc. These are a small this is a small and brief introduction about your verbs, about your primary verbs, auxiliary verbs, and modal verbs. The primary auxiliaries are used to use the words such as do, have, and be. They have also their various forms. Now, the modal auxiliaries verb. Most of the words they are used to express possibility, ability, willingness, compulsion, probability, necessity, seeking permission, and so on. In our next session, we will be dealing with our grammar topic. We are going to see about verbs. We are going to see about modal auxiliary, and in that session only, we will be completing the grammar section of this lesson. But before we go that, a small and simple, very simple explanation about the modal auxiliary words and their meanings, or what does they mean, I would like to give here. I know students, you all are familiar with that. For example, if the modal auxiliary verb can or could is written, the expression is ability is being shown. Then if it is should, the expression shown as advice or obligation. If the modal auxiliary verb is shall or will, the expression shown is determination. If the modal auxiliary word is would, the habitual past or request is shown. If it is may or might, then the expressions are permission or possibility. If the modal auxiliary verb are must and have to, the expression shows the compulsion in it. Then, if it is used to, the expression shows habitual past. If the word is ought to, the expression shows the obligation. Need to shows the necessity. A very simple and a very brief example about the modal auxiliary verb. Now, have a look in your textbook on page number 90. The question goes like this: filling the blanks with appropriate modal according to the situations given in the following sentences. Students, this is your another assignment regarding your grammar. I've just now explained you in a very simple form. The forms are already given in your textbook. You can find it on page number 90, and write the correct form of modal auxiliary in the given space. You have to fill in the blanks. This is what your assignment is. Two questions I have already given you to solve. All the questions are based upon your understanding. Some questions are your personal response question, and another question is regarding your grammar skill. Why I have given you this question as an assignment? Because I know that already most of the students, you are familiar with this modal auxiliary, and I hope you will solve that. The next session I'm going to tell you the answers also. Just check while attending the lecture or whenever you are listening to the lecture that whether whatever answer you have written is correct or not, which I am telling you. Dear children, now another assignment from your writing skill I would like to give you. A very different kind of assignment, but it is related with your writing skill prescribed by the HSC board. And the assignment is, and whenever you are writing any assignment, especially any assignment regarding your writing skill, make sure that you should complete that question in a given period of time. You should not take much more time than that. So you all are very much familiar with summary writing. You all know how to write a summary writing. So you have to write summary of not this lesson, a paragraph I'm going to tell you from this lesson, and you have to write a summary on that. Okay? And that is on page number 84. On page number 84, the line starts, I learned a lot of things when I was running these large companies. From there till page number 85, the last line goes, never say die, thinking big. Dash, achut god bole. You have to write a small summary of these paragraphs. Five paragraphs are there. Sorry, only four paragraphs are there. You have to write down the summary of this four paragraph. This is nothing but just a small work done by Achit Godbole as an as a CEO, and when he has started his second inning as a Marathi writer. The children, I hope you will complete this task. You will solve this question, that also in a given period of time. Don't take more than 7 to 8 minutes while solving any question of writing skill. In our next session, we will be dealing with some of the grammar question, and we are going to complete this lesson 1.8, and then we will move towards our writing skill session, and we are going to solve one of the writing skill from our unit 3. Till then, children, I would like you all to stay at home, to study, of course, to stay safe, to study. If you have any doubt, any difficulty, just marks the point in your notebook. Anytime you can contact me, you can ask the difficulties, and stay home, stay safe, take care of your health, study. Bye bye. Have a nice day.